Hello, we're back. Hey, everybody, we got a guest. Oh, you got to take it way high and then lower it gently, and then it'll hang. Will it? No, back. Yep. All right. Tom will fix it for you. Hey, everybody, we're doing a Weird Job Wednesday now.
Yeah, if you want to hear yourself.
Yeah, all right. Conway J is being a baby about his car got smashed up. And then
what happened, Jay?
And then the insurance adjuster from Enterprise pulled around in a Nissan Altima, and he said, "Nope, that's the car that hit me. I will not drive it." That's a bold move. I would not do
just drive
that.
whatever.
I wouldn't do that. I knew Tom would bully you. That's why I said that.
Quit being a pussy, Jay.
Hey, look at that.
You're a boatman. You can't be a baby about some car.
He's one more thing away from being called Big Pussy Jay. I've tried to cheer him up. His car's all smashed up. His Alpha, and that's his baby. I'm sorry, buddy. All right. Can you hear
how
yourself?
To get
Can you hear me?
Yo. I can hear both you guys.
Can you hear yourself?
Was it your fault, Jay?
Yep, I can.
It was a lady's fault. Always a lady's fault.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me fix your camera. Tom, are you good?
I don't have the life experience of women are not good drivers. In my life, like the women in my life and like my mom and everybody is like they're all good drivers. My mother-in-law, like there's not a woman ever in my life that's like
my
oh,
mom
man.
was a bad driver.
Was she?
But she was Asian.
So you've never had any experience with any oopsie girls where they're just making a turn, boom, hit the curve, oopsie, and just keep on going.
Girls. I've never heard the term oopsie girl.
Yeah.
In my experience, all the men were the worst drivers because they're drunk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. My dad was a really good driver, but he was an over-the-road salesperson, and he drove like buses and like trucks before that, so it seemed like a natural thing for him to do. But he was a really good driver, but because of how much he drove, and it was a constant argument in my house. This is the warm-up. My mom would throw it in his face that he'd have more accidents, but he would use like logic with her and be like, "Yeah, but I drive 250,000 miles a year."
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah.
And then it would become a dick-out fight, and they're yelling at each other.
If you're just driving to the local grocery store or to church,
this is what he said. Oh my God, are you my dad? Can I hug you?
Yeah. But
my dad loved him, by the way.
If you're driving in constant,
more of a man than I am,
new places at all times, of course your likelihood of getting an accident.
My dad's territory was half of Florida.
Yeah. So,
I guess he did have a good point, but, you know, he wanted those blowjobs. All right.
Oh, man. If we could just get blowjobs from other places.
No, he couldn't.
I don't even need a wife.
He couldn't do it. He'd just be like, "Okay, Carol." You know, like, I shouldn't have talked about that. It's a good warm-up, though.
But
you ready for a weird job, buddy?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you a choice today. Do you want to start? Or you want me to? I'll start. Here we go. This is the beginning, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Wednesday 1.
Here we go. Wednesday 1. And 3, 2. It is another A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
We are live on Twitch and YouTube. Come hang out. Just search for @TomandDan Live. Find us on all social media. Not social. I was getting very lazy mouthed. On all social media platforms, just search for @TomandDan Live.
Let's do some weird job.
All right. Do you want the original weird job thing, or do you want a new quickie? Because there have been a couple of people that are like, "Oh, I'm done with it. I can't do it anymore." And by a couple, I do mean a couple, like maybe one or two. Well, but I like to try and appease everybody.
Let's talk about that guy.
Okay.
Because
there's a couple of them. There's
first,
one on Facebook and one on Reddit.
First, I appreciate everybody's opinion.
Except for these two guys.
No, I do appreciate it. And I agree with him, except for when he said, he's like, you can play the original. Well, every once in a while is fine. But to me, if you could play something new, that always doesn't that have a little bit more value than the song you've heard 10,000 times?
They're referring,
the value of the original.
That's
what
I think they're
value.
going more that the new, because they refer to AI, all of it, whether it's good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter, as AI slop, all of it slop.
Okay.
So I think their argument is you're taking something that was originally good and you're just loading it in and you're being like, make this song Irish. And then they're like, Irish slop. And then you're like, make this song rap slop. And then like, make this song Chinese slop. You know, and they're like.
But if it has a theme towards the job we're interviewing about, like, don't they see the value in like, hey, it's a new little thing?
Well, I have a surprise for you, buddy. I did it anyway.
All right.
Yeah, because I don't care. You know, I'm almost. All
right, let's hear the slop.
I'm 49, and I'll be like, let me give you some slop. So I know what our guest's job is, and see if you could tell from this song, because I'm going to hit you over the head with it, if I nailed what this gentleman's job is. You ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
Dead bodies, that's my job. I move the bodies of the big fat slobs. When people die and their bodies rot, I scoop up the innards with a squish and a plop. Dead bodies, that's my job. I move the bodies of the big fat slobs.
No,
that's it. Quick and dirty. See, I'm not gonna kill you with it.
Extra sloppy.
I'm gonna give you the sloppy slop.
All right.
There you go.
So on the couch with us, we've got Jude Hernandez here. How you doing, Jude?
Hey, what's up? Doing great,
Glad
guys.
to have you here, man.
Glad to be here.
Also, I appreciate that you took coming into our studio seriously and you wore a suit.
Yeah,
You look like $1 million bucks.
Absolutely.
Your shoes are on point. Your suit's on point. It's a good fit.
Thank you,
You
gentlemen.
got a little pocket square going on.
Yes.
This
Oh, yeah.
guy, he's not messing around. But you do have earrings. I saw you have earrings.
Oh,
which
just
makes,
the one, man.
Yeah,
Just
just the one.
Bringing it back. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I like that.
He's
This
got the
this guy F's.
Yeah.
I like the cut of your jib.
Now,
Thanks,
I
brother.
did think
Welcome.
a limo driver was here.
I did too. I was like, where's the Coke? Let's do this. Come on. This is going to be like
So-
Rachel's Steakhouse 99.
So Jude brought us his new book, The Last Responder: On Call for the Dead, which can
It's
be
good.
found any place books are found, which I would know.
We don't know. Yeah, no one knows anymore.
Amazon, where do you find books
I don't
now?
know. It's a spooky house.
You find them on Amazon? That's where you find everything.
Amazon used to be books. Now it's everything else.
Everything.
So, Jude, let's talk about how you even started writing this book, which starts from your last job, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So basically, at the height of COVID, so about 2020, I accepted a position with the county's medical examiner's office. Now, at the time, I was in school obtaining my degree in forensics.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. So I was probably about my second year, and I thought, man, what a great opportunity to basically see if I could come face to face with death and handle it and make sure that it's something that I can, do on a 9-to-5 basis every day. And so through a lead with one of my old friends, she actually worked for this county's ME's office, but I was out in another one. So she kind of threw me a lead and said, hey, I know you're doing this thing with school, and I want to see if you can get in here and start moving some bodies with us. And that was basically the gist of it.
That's where you got.
I was like, well, what do you do? And she's like, I pick up dead bodies from crime scenes. And I was like, okay, sweet. Like that's gonna be perfect for my role in my future forensics career. And if anything, I'll give myself the limit of 1 year to do this job and keep it pushing from there.
Yeah,
so
so
that's kind of how I got into it.
Were you concerned? I mean, you knew that it was going to be gory work. You knew that it was going to be gritty.
Absolutely.
But like, were you kind of like, okay, this is what you got to do, man. If you want to do this, you got to immerse yourself in this. Is this like your version of like, I got to move to Nashville because I'm a pedal steel guitar player? You know what I mean?
Kind of one of those things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
absolutely.
I got to do the thing that you're supposed to do. I got to get into the body.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'm curious. So when you transport dead bodies from crime scenes, what is your exact job? Do you have to
I'm on legs.
wrap them to like, or are you just picking up a
Parchment
body
paper.
bag?
You got to use parchment paper.
Like, you know,
Yeah.
like
so
Saran
they don't
wrap.
stick. You know. Yeah.
so like, and then are the bodies already body bagged, and then you just pick up the body bag? Tell us about the process.
So typically when an event or an incident happens, the local PD will get there, do their job, and then the county...
Oh, God, the guy blew his goddamn brains out,
the
Jerry.
fuzz, yeah.
That's me doing. That's me on the scene as a cop.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh God, don't go in there. It stinks. It stinks like a dog's ass.
Dear God, not again.
Oh my God.
But once the death investigator gets out there, now they are the actual medical examiner's eyes and ears for the scene, because obviously they can't be everywhere at every call. So basically, once they do their job, they're the ones that give us the call to our dispatch, and they say, hey, this is the person, this is the address, race, date of birth, such. all that info. So once we get there, they're essentially still in the same position as they were found. Now, only representatives of the ME's office can touch the body. So typically, local PD can't go into any pockets or flip the body over to see who it is, look at their face, anything like that. So
But if the Tom and Dad partners were on the scene, we've already gone through their pockets looking for money.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking for everything. I'm looking for jewels.
Pain pills, really.
I'm looking for everything.
It's like, hold on, I logged. This guy had $20 in his sock before the guys got here.
Before you show up, I have swept that place.
So the investigators, like the actual detectives, can't even like lift the body or move it. Or...
Now that's the general rule. Like that's the college, learned experience when it comes to stuff like that. Now we see all kinds of TV shows. Huge misconceptions even there. But...
Yeah, like that red-haired guy that used to like always have a snappy answer. He'd be like, "Looks like this guy expired."
Yeah.
And then they pow!
You're driving the
That was the best one. Oh yeah. Good
That's
times.
all.
No,
Man,
you're
we're
good.
dreaming.
You guys are good.
We want to do this job as a ragtag cops,
Yeah.
moving bodies all the time, solving crimes.
Yep. But yeah, that's the general rule of thumb. Typically, because you don't want any kind of physical evidence that may be on the person to be messed up or in any way.
Oh, I got some of my beefy king horsey sauce on this dead body. Oh, God.
Detective just chewing gum right over the body. It just falls into his mouth. Like,
you don't want to taint any of the crime scene either, right?
No, right. Yeah. So they call that in situ, basically just making sure that crime scene stays as preserved as possible until, Now, as a death investigator, the only evidence they typically ever collect is any medicine or drugs that pertain to their death. Or let's say there's a weapon, some guy got stabbed in the heart with a knife. They're not going to pull that out till he gets to the ME's office. That way, the actual ME can remove it, do her own investigation, or his own, and they'll kind of just do what they have to do from there with their kind of evidence.
So you get called and they say, hey, there's a body here we need to pick up.
Yeah.
So tell us about, you show up and the stereotypical, like, chalk outline around a body, blood, the person was murdered. Let's say it is a murder case, right? The detectives did their job, and now it's your time to transport the body back to the medical examiner.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
All right, so throw on my sunglasses. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. Typically we get the dispatch. We've given around an hour to be able to respond because we either might be on another call. My immediate colleague who would drive the transport van primarily would live out one area.
You could be in Qdoba, about to have a quesadilla.
Yeah, and I've picked up some people in some weird places, but typical crazy murder scene. We both arrive and we examine, assess the scene. It's super important, even like not as being technically law enforcement. You do want to make sure that scene is okay to walk in. There's nothing ticking in the basement, or no, you don't step in any blood in your new galoshes. You know what I mean? But typically we assess the scene. We document what they're wearing. Anything that they're wearing goes with them. Once we document that, then we empty pockets, remove anything that might be in there, give it over to the family or whoever else might be involved in this investigation.
Is it
tag them? Yeah.
Anything in their pockets could be evidence, right? Like
potentially, yeah. So that's why either it's going to be turned over straight to law enforcement, depending on what it is. Like if it's just like jewelry, a wallet, a cell phone, that's usually goes to the family. But if you're talking murder, you know what I mean, then most of that stuff, it will actually go to law enforcement.
Okay.
As you said, it might be evidence.
So
Tom's an amateur detective. I don't know if you know that. Not much gets by that guy.
So let's talk about like how to move a body. I imagine like
you move it like a pumpkin. You pick it up from the bottom, so the bottom doesn't fall out.
I just hoist them over my shoulders sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, Jude, you're unprofessional.
You know what? Straighten up, young man.
So the because I guess it depends on how long they've been there, and the rigor mortis sets in, so they're stiff or not stiff, or sometimes they could be like the body could fall apart if it's there too long. Like, give me all that, the gruesome details.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I can tell you about a call that I had where it was a murder-suicide, and basically the guy, it was a couple in their younger 50s. The guy goes into the bedroom with his girlfriend asleep, puts two in her head, and goes into the kitchen, eats a bucket of chicken wings, downs 2 bottles of wine, and then he kind of points it at himself, and then boom. Now, by the time we had gotten the call, their bodies probably weren't discovered for about 2.5, almost 3 weeks. So he was in a very severely bloated stage. Now, I call this
full of chicken.
I call this the call that popped my cherry, because I was only 2 weeks in on the job.
Oh,
when this
man.
happened.
And you got old chicken belly and his dead wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you do to prepare yourself for what you're walking into, or is there like other detectives, like hardened detectives or something? Like, hey, kid, you sure you
I
you
haven't
get
seen
the
nothing
stomach
like
for
this in
this?
15 years.
Because
No, I want something like in that, what was that soccer show on HBO? Ted Lasso. Well, I want you spitting into a mirror before you go out there. You're like, you can do this, mother effer.
Yeah.
Come on.
So, because there's also the element of you don't want to embarrass yourself if you get sick. Is that even a thing? Like we've all seen in movies, like the person that sees a gruesome scene and then they throw up the greenhorn that
Yeah, for sure, man. It happens. Now, as far as preparing myself, not really. There's nothing you can do. You just kind of glove up and pray that it's not as bad as the dispatcher makes it out to be. Spoiler alert, it usually is.
You wear a respirator or something because that stink has got to be horrible.
Yeah, man. So I actually, it didn't take long after my first few days on the job to buy me a nice, decent respirator, and it worked wonders, man. It really.
You
did.
didn't think of that at the beginning.
No,
I just thought of it.
No,
I'll just use a regular.
Before I even apply for this job, I'm writing down. I'm getting a respirator.
No.
Or is that or maybe I don't because I'm like I don't want to seem weak along the other
I
real
don't think
men
I would. I wouldn't have
detectives.
thought to do that because, I think I would have like just a regular. What is it? A
KN95.
Well, KN95 would be just fine.
Yeah, and we were actually required to wear those because, like I said, this is mostly during the height of COVID. And thinking of buying a respirator, I don't know. I'm a guy. I don't think sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just thought I had it.
The chat room is interested why they didn't cover your respirators. It's just that.
Goodness. Yeah. No.
Nah, that's not a thing.
No,
Okay.
no.
Gotcha.
So this.
It's the county.
Yeah.
They're not
know.
paying for a
It was
respirator.
a dumb question.
No questions are dumb questions. But yeah, it was interesting. Trying to even sometimes mentally prepare because sometimes you'd get the heads up because you do get the age in these dispatches, and I've picked up kids, I've picked up people of all kinds of ages, the lost, the poor, the forgotten.
Kids are easier to
the
pick
rich.
up, right?
Oh man,
know.
Sorry, I had to say it. I'm
can't-
deflecting. It's
So
lighter.
So going back to that, severely decomposed murder suicide.
Yeah.
So how do you even go about?
What do you use to get the body up? Does it fall apart in your hands?
No, so he wasn't that severely decomposed. He was in the advanced bloating stage. So he was super
my
super
wife's
puffy.
in that right now.
His, careful.
Yeah, my wife is in severe bloating stage right now.
Why did you say that? So it's real hard to even touch something like that, right? Because your initial reaction is to run away from it, right?
It can be, yeah, absolutely.
Easier
especially,
if they're in overalls. That's the best, right? That's the best thing for them to be wearing.
Yeah,
It's
just
like
grab 'em. Yeah, absolutely. Especially when they're covered in maggots. I mean, it's insane. I've had a call, which I do talk about in my book, where dispatch said he was an African American male. He was probably not discovered for about kind of the same thing, two weeks. And I walk in and I see that he's just covered in white, and I'm like, oh, hey, dispatch said this guy was African American, and got a little closer, and he had that many maggots on him that basically
my God.
it gave him a totally
God.
different complexion
So,
from a
Jude-
distance.
Okay, some of this is obviously
Great song.
this job is insanely gruesome.
Yeah.
And
How long did
sure.
you do this for again?
What's that?
How long did you do this for again?
year.
A year?
Yep.
It's a long time.
so how do you compartmentalize this and go about your life after work where you saw something, gruesome murders, dead bodies, something that few of us have even seen.
You've
much
seen a
less-
dead body.
I have. I've seen multiple if you count funerals
Yeah.
and things like that.
Sure.
But
I've seen both my parents' dead bodies.
So yeah, and then but now
So I know what it's like. I
but-
wasn't trying to make a joke there. I
No,
know
I gotcha.
Yeah, I know that vibe, but there is a different feeling when you see something with no life in it.
Absolutely.
It's a different
yeah.
thing.
But not in these circumstances, in the worst of the worst, like a horrible, horrific Halloween Horror Night scenario
Yeah,
of
but it's real.
gore. And how do you deal with that in day-to-day life?
Honestly, and I hate to say, I hate to like sound so, what's the word? Just kind of mediocre.
There you go.
You get used to it. Like honestly, you do it long enough, to the point where it's not so much just a job. It's just kind of the armor that you put on before you get to that spot. You know that someone's got to do the job. You're there to do it, and you can't look around and say, "Hey, I can't take this call. Can you grab this for me?" There's no calling out. I was on call 24 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, simply just waiting for people to die.
So
God almighty, man.
let's go to the.
I don't know if I'm the guy for this.
Where you? I don't know many people that
yeah.
would even apply to this job, much less stay for a year.
It was in your path, right? Like
Yeah.
it was where you were
Yes.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you could be where you are now without it? I mean, obviously you wouldn't have the book, but like, do you feel like it helped your career? Like to know that side of it, really
absolutely.
hands-on?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It was just a good spoiler alert, a good heads up. Like, hey, this is the job. This is what you're gonna be doing. This is what it's not gonna be a
I guess you could say if I can't
dusting.
handle this, then I don't want to be in this
exactly
league at all.
Yeah. It's not just gonna be dusting for prints.
Sure.
Every time you get a call, sometimes it's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna be heavy, and you're gonna have to kind of
Right.
take some of that home
The
and
kid stuff.
try to separate.
The
it,
chat
you
room
know.
agrees. I don't know if I could do any of that.
In
right now.
your year's time of doing this, did you personally find any evidence that was actually relevant to a case or anything like that?
Honestly, one time there was a suspected overdose. Everything is alleged and suspected until they get that autopsy and prove otherwise. But there was a gentleman who had passed away right under his carport in his backyard. Older guy too. Typically, my immediate colleague, her name is Gwen, we would remove the shoes a lot of times because you never know what could be hiding in there, whether it be drugs, of course, any kind of evidence.
Joke's on you. Tom doesn't wear shoes.
People hide a
is
lot
that
of
why you're
drugs with
barefoot?
their shoes.
Yeah. Can't move his body. No
Yeah.
shoes.
But yeah, the one time was that one gentleman, and he was a suspected overdose. And as we arrived on scene, the detectives were just getting ready to leave, and we got our thing, we did our thing, we pulled off socks, pulled off shoes, and there was a small bag of a white powdery substance in there, and so we had to run out real quick. And say,
You
hey
found my
guys,
sock fentanyl.
look, hey guys, you missed something here, So they had to come back, kind of.
Whoa.
I like it when the detective used to poke their finger in and then rub it on their gums to see
Yeah,
where
yeah.
that's called a personal
Yeah.
detective.
They lick their pinky, and then they go in there a little bit, and then they go back there, and they maybe put it on their gums, and then maybe they go like, "Oh yeah, that's good." They're like
They know,
100% Peruvian gold.
Yeah, this guy's from out of town.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
usually make some comment about the purity of it.
So you found the fentanyl in the shoe, and then
Yeah. So basically, we had to kind of wave the detectives back over and say, "Hey guys, you might have missed something here."
Yeah.
They kind of they did their thing.
What's
with
the
it,
most
and-
gruesome one you've seen? Is there? Do you have one that you're like, that's my top tier?
Yeah, absolutely. In my book, I have a few funny, not funny. We have a very different way of dealing with death and
Sure.
gore. Mortuary humor is what we call it. And it's not to disrespect. It's just to kind of laugh at the absurdity of life around death.
Sure.
People get confused by this sometimes
Yeah.
because they'll see, like, sometimes there'll be a hidden cell phone camera around like the detectives or like medical examiners dealing with a crime scene,
seen this.
and they'll be laughing or whatever, and then people are like, "Oh, how dare
You
they?"
monster.
Yeah, like how unprofessional this is. Like these people have to deal with this all the time.
Yeah.
It's their only way to stay sane.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen people deal with death in a number of ways that you guys probably wouldn't even believe. But yeah, it's insane. But one of the most gruesome calls, I called it "Some Assembly Required" in the book because she was unfortunately murdered, and she was cut open and nailed to the floor by the skin of her torso. And her hands were cut off, her feet were cut off. They were nailed next to her to the floor as well. So that was pretty insane.
Oh
pretty
my
intense.
God,
I don't even know what to say about
But,
this, man. Like, hold on a second.
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
done
That's
a
a
lot of these
serial
stupid segments, and that, like, literally, I didn't even know. I couldn't even hit the button to change the camera on you. I didn't even know what to say to that.
That is great. That's like a movie type
No,
serial
that's like
killer
Diablo.
thing.
That's like the
Yeah.
video game Diablo,
Yeah.
or like some sort of like
Yeah, it was pretty
Black
insane.
Noir,
Yeah.
The Black Dahlia murders or something.
Yeah,
man.
I think the guy was deemed, definitely
criminally
insane.
insane.
Yeah, and he, it was some type of religious psychosis that kind of went along with that, for sure, from the small details that I was able to find out. But
So then, is it up to you to like pull the nails off? Like,
yes.
So you have to pull individually nail off of this.
No, man.
Like that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Oh man.
Yeah, I look at you differently now.
Yeah. You know, I want to shake your hand. You're a tough ass man.
Yeah, because
God
he
damn.
seems like such a jovial, nice guy.
He's happy. Like, look at my book.
Like, I got to date Gators dockside with you and have a great time with you, just watching some football,
Yeah.
talking some ass.
Hey,
just
go Gators.
Two dudes from Deltona shoot
Yeah,
the ass.
Yeah.
And you've removed nails from a corpse that was nailed to the floor like a movie scene.
Well,
It's insane.
then you gotta bag the nail, and then you gotta bag the body, right?
So
you gotta save everything.
Everything. Yeah.
So like I think it's
that's
worse
crazy,
to have to
dude.
pull the nails out and then go, okay, tag that. This is nail 5. Put it in the thing.
Yeah.
All right, here's the hand. Preserve that. All right.
So is there any like preservation? Like, okay, everything goes into a body bag, and then is it on any sort of cooling system, or that doesn't matter at this point? Or
well, so basically what we do, once we bag them and tag them, we put them in the transport van, and then we take them straight to the ME's office, and they get put on a gurney. We get their weight, and they go into a cooler with all of the other decedents.
That gets done once it gets to the facility. So
Yeah.
in the van is now.
No, it's not like an ice cream truck. Like where it's
But so when you're driving the van, it's got to smell horrible, right?
sometimes it does, yeah, man. And your best and only defense is just cracking them windows down as far as.
Well,
they
I've ridden
can
in your
go.
truck too. It's, it's pretty
God.
bad. It smells like milk,
And
like
then
sour milk.
And then is there ever getting that smell out of there, or like every time you get in the morning just to drive?
No,
to
you make
get
that
coffee?
the body van. That's only for body.
Yeah.
Takes a few days sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
What about the smell? I've heard that the smell, like especially the first time, or if you
Mm.
see something super gruesome, that there are some human smells that get in your nose and you feel like you can't get them out of your nose for weeks, right? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
that's
man.
like a real thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. The first time I picked up my first decomposing body, I probably couldn't get that smell out of my head for like a month. Honestly.
Yeah, I
Like,
feel
it was-
there are like reports of
it's
people when they start
so-
to do it.
yeah.
Even with EMTs too. Like, and I'm sure Joe, our buddy Joe,
Yeah.
would say this, but where you get a smell in your nose and you're like, okay, well that's it. My nose is ruined now. I just have dead body smell in my nose from here on out.
Yeah. I mean, it's very distinct.
So distinct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's like
yeah.
burning hair almost,
Yeah.
you know,
And-
like
and
with the
then-
distinction. I mean, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, for sure. Totally different than roadkill on the side of
Correct,
the road.
yeah.
And it's something
I've
that you
heard
never
that,
forget.
and I don't know if I've ever smelled a dead body, so I don't know what to say about that. But I've heard that it is a different smell.
Yeah, something you never forget for sure.
And then you're dealing with, did you ever have any instances where they're cleaning up something very sensitive and there's loved ones around or anything, or they try to keep them off the scene while you're doing your business?
Yeah, for the most part they are off the scene. But a lot of the times, like when we do a pickup in someone's house, you know, there's only so much that law enforcement can do to keep them, you know,
Yeah.
away. So,
You know what I
I didn't
thought-
do so much cleanup either. Mostly it was just pickup.
You know,
Gotcha.
because a
Yeah,
lot.
cleanup is a different animal, right?
Oh
Like-
my gosh, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, because a lot of people do die in their houses, and then when they do, like, they're in hospice or whatever. My grandfather, I was like, he'd rather die in his house, I think, than a hospital. He hated
Yeah.
the hospital.
Yeah.
And then after he died, I think someone like you came and then picked up the body
Yeah.
from the hospice nurses and stuff like
Yes.
that. And then so you've done a lot of routine stuff, not just like most of it's routine, right?
Maybe a good 35-40% were the general, like we call them funeral home calls. Because remember this, I was also like with a company that was contracted with certain funeral homes as well. So a lot of the times, if old Johnny Appleseed decided to pass away at home, he would likely already have plans for which funeral home he's heading to, and what he wants done with his body and so forth. So we
Got a bag of
we just go and pick
seeds
him
and
up.
a shoe.
yeah.
Back that.
Yeah, and those typically would just get wrapped. They would usually get wrapped in bed sheets. It was a lot easier for the funeral homes to kind of deal with them.
That's what they did with my aunt. No, I mean, not
yeah.
to. I also would like to commend the people that did your job, at least for my family.
Yeah.
I found them to be the most kind,
respectful,
most respectful. Like they this isn't their first rodeo, and they're not there to, they do
Yeah,
it
yeah.
right. And
Yeah.
it was a shut door
Sure.
scenario. They shut the door. They did their business. They got everything.
Yep.
And it was almost like you didn't even know they were there because
Exactly.
look, they don't necessarily want to be there hanging out.
No, not really. And that's also like a common misconception about removal technicians and people that are involved in mortuary work, is that we're cold and weird.
I didn't find that at all.
But no, man, we're just people who know that there's a job to do, and you know what I mean. Like sometimes it extends beyond that. Like I've comforted mothers crying on my shoulder not to take away their dead child, and it's that stuff that sticks with you. It's not the goriness, it's not the crazy stuff that you see with your eyes. It's what sticks with you mentally, the things that you sometimes even hear.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I even still wake up in a cold sweat from a scene that I did previously. Trying to console someone, or even watching
that's
a
why
father
you write the
sing
book
to his
too.
dead
I'm sure that
child.
was kind of therapeutic, right?
Dude, absolutely.
To write the book.
It was a great release, and I think my trauma clocked pretty well with some audiences. So it was definitely a good thing, and that is an actual picture of me. So I went to one of my old sites where I had to do a pickup.
Oh, that's cool.
That is a railroad track.
So you spend money instead of using AI.
Yeah, no.
That's a mistake. That's gonna bite you in the ass.
Yeah, well, that's all right. For me, it really wasn't about the money anyway. It was really getting these stories out there, because I realized, my silence was almost a disrespect to these people that I've helped, deal with, or cross over, as some would say. You know what I mean?
Also as entertainment, I think people are interested in this. It's not disrespectful.
They very much are.
It's not disrespectful to be curious about a job that deals with delicate and strange things.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure people want to read this. I'm sure we have a ton of listeners that would love to read your book.
Yeah, that would be great.
Where can they pick it up?
Yeah, you can get it on Amazon right now. Paperback, hardcover, and ebook as well. I'm working on an audiobook for it too.
Chat room is laughing that you hold books like Trump holds Bibles.
Why are you supposed to hold them?
You can tell when people don't use things because they hold them weird. Yeah. It's like he picks up a telephone and puts it against his boobs.
Yeah.
Or something. It's like
It's a great book, the greatest book ever written.
let me see Trump pump gas. He doesn't know how to do it, man. He doesn't know how to do it.
So, Jude, the fact that you're so normal is what bothers me the most.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to be like a haunted house butler. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be a weirdo.
Like
No,
Lurch,
you're
like-
not a weirdo. You're
No,
not,
not completely.
How did we find you? How do we connect with you?
Oh, so I have an author Facebook page, Jude Hernandez.
Oh, cool.
It's not
Is that,
too,
how do we
it's not
find
too
him,
live.
though? How do we get him for
Jude emailed us?
Oh
That's
yeah,
pretty
I
awesome.
hit you guys up.
Hey, thank you,
yeah,
man.
honestly, guys, I would be like on the road going to pick up, and I'd be listening to you guys.
Ah.
Like, not even kidding.
Awesome.
All right, well,
Yeah.
let's end with this, Jude. Like, in that profession, what can a dead body transporter, removal person make? Like, generally, and not to get in your business.
Well, being that I wasn't directly employed by the actual medical examiner's office, this was kind of like an off company. I made a laughable $12.50 an hour doing this job.
My God.
So you really were doing it for experience.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I see
absolutely.
This guy,
12.
there's not another Jude. This guy's cut from a different cloth, man. You're like an old soul.
Thanks, brother.
That's one value meal.
yeah.
He was doing it for experience, Tom, not for money.
Yeah,
He
but
was doing
Still
it
one-
so he
still a
knew
value
if he
meal.
wanted to like keep moving
Listen,
down that track.
But I just want everybody, the next time you're bitching about your job.
The chat room's freaking out right now that you got paid so little. They're like, "Wow."
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, you're making some people mad. They feel bad for you now.
but again, this is kind of like you're paying your dues to work your way up to
yeah, absolutely.
the next position,
Yeah.
God,
Honestly, for what it was, I had a good time. I learned a lot. I was used in so many ways that I never thought that job would use me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it helped open the door to a lot of other things. Once I graduated, I worked as an autopsy technician. I've worked as a mortuary assistant doing embalmings. Even working regular funeral homes. So I've kind of surrounded myself almost with the grief that I know I can handle.
Let me give you a
tip.
tip.
The fact that you said you had a good time, it makes you real sick.
This guy is weird.
You described. I can't even get it out of my head. The thing you said. And I'm like,
I didn't
oh
want
my
to say it again.
Yeah. I
But
have
it
to.
involves nailing a woman's torso to a floor.
Oh yeah.
That's wild,
God,
man. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on Weird
Guys,
Job.
thank you so much
That
for
was a
having me.
good one.
This has been amazing.
And
Honestly.
and good luck with the book. Everybody can find it on Amazon. It's called
Yes,
The Last
Amazon.
Responder.
Yep.
On Call for the Dead by Jude Hernandez. And thank you, man.
Of course.
Well
Thank
done.
you guys.
That was
I appreciate
that one
everything.
rattled me a little bit.
Yeah.
We should have done this one for Halloween.
Yeah.
What the hell are we doing?
Who books
It's
these
all
things?
good.
We'll be right back.
All right. Bye-bye.
Awesome, man. We do have a Zoom call after this, so I'm just watching
This one
the
would have
time.
been good right before Halloween.
That was a goddamn good one right there. Well done, man. We're still on Twitch and YouTube, just so you know. That was really good. Wowee. Jude, you scared me, buddy. That's a heck of a thing to see.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, absolutely, man. And honestly, just one day at a time. I talk about it a lot. You know, just kind of the.
I'm excited to read your book,
Just
dude.
kind of the transformation, even. You know, each call kind of put me through.
Oh, Tracy
you know.
put the link to your book in the chat room. So
Oh, sweet.
people
Thanks,
can
Tracy.
find it. Yeah.
Thanks, homie.
I'll definitely read your book, man.
Sweet.
It that's and then like God, what happens if the body's so decomposed? This is I guess we'll do this on Twitch only.
Heck yeah.
It's so decomposed, do you literally have to scrape it into a body bag? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it's just a pile. Right?
Yeah.
Or does it ever get like that?
Essentially, yeah, man. The goal is to get everything you can. I've walked 2 miles down railroad tracks to pick up legs, fingers. You know what I mean? One incident
Just any
where,
body part that's left, you
Yeah,
just put it
yeah.
all in the same bag. So it's
So if it's small, it goes in like a red bio bag, and that's gonna go inside of the body bag. Like for instance, like unfortunately, a young lady had passed away. She was driving real fast on this dark road, tried to kind of go around one of our cars, and flipped her truck multiple times. She was ejected. The truck landed on her, and it split her head open. And I never thought in my days I would be on the side of the road scooping up someone's brain into a bag, but it happened.
Oh my God.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's
This
what it
isn't
was.
for me.
well, no,
Yeah, this
it's
is-
not for anybody.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
what
I'm
you're
having a hard time
describing,
even hearing this, man.
yeah, what you're describing isn't for anybody, Jude. You see what I'm saying? Like
No,
most people
yeah,
cannot
man.
handle that. I'll be
Yeah.
like, fuck this. Like
Yeah,
I don't even know the price. Like if you said hey, to do your job for 1 year, I'm not even fucking joking. I'm like it would have to be over $1 million because I'll be like this shit would screw me the fuck up.
Can I
Like,
give you a
Yeah.
real? I think I would agree to the $1 million, and I don't think I'd finish. Does that make sense?
well,
I don't think.
Yeah, once
I don't.
got,
no, I don't
once
think
I saw
could.
it once, I was like, God, I got it all
No,
the way
I
around.
don't know if I'd make it the first day, man. I'd probably just go like, you know what, I'm okay. I'll be all right.
But you know what? You know what?
Why?
It does. It makes sense. I don't know. Hold on. We got another interview, and
She's Zoom, right?
yeah. We got some time, but
Yeah, I got it ready to go.
it's got to be similar to when me and Daniel were on Playboy TV, and even like
Oh, the desensitization. Never mind.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
get desensitized
Yeah.
to
Porky pigged
nudity or other shit, and your human brain almost is your greatest defense against atrocity because
100%.
your brain has evolved over years to not be to try to save itself from being traumatized. So all of a sudden, it forms a pathway that you can handle it.
Yeah.
So we're
Absolutely.
all
It rewires you for sure.
we're all
Oh my
capable
God.
of handling more than we think when we're actually in a situation.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, for sure.
But thinking about handling it is hard for most of us to imagine, you know?
Absolutely, yeah. And to kind of touch back on something that you said where, you're just kind of thrown into this like horror scene that's like the movies. And yeah, it does happen like that with that one call that I talked about with the lady being nailed. I considered myself kind of a vet at that point in that career. I'd still walked out and puked, and you know what I mean. And some guy that was, standing nearby his car, he's like, "Is that bad, huh?" And I'm like, "No, man, it's that good," because sometimes these calls were. It's weird to say, and maybe this is just kind of my own mortuary thing, but a lot of these calls were just kind of like, in a way, trophies for the old noggin. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to be able to handle now? Who's gonna give me that experience that I'm gonna need for my future? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's tough. I've had veteran police officers, 25 years on the job, straight up tell us like, "Hey, I appreciate what you do. I could never do that." And they have their own experiences with it. It's a different kind of PTSD that we all face with it.
Yeah, but there is a difference between like investigating a murder and seeing it, and then actually moving and collecting the body. And
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
That's way more personal because
Absolutely.
like you can get around a murder scene and like investigate the body and stuff, and then but it's like hands on. It's
Yeah.
like the different. Now you're picking up a deceased person, like moving their body. That's a whole different relationship.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And everything goes like you guys were asking before, do you take everything if it's falling apart? Absolutely. Yeah, if I go to pull a guy by the arm to move him in a different position and his arm pops off, cool, let me try the other arm now. You know what I mean? You just got to keep it pushing.
I don't know if I could do
way.
that. I couldn't even do that. I couldn't even do that with a pumpkin. I could do that with a pumpkin. The bottom falls out. I'm like, wow.
Right.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
A diaper? I can't even change a diaper. I don't think I could do it now, but I did get better at changing diapers. Well, thanks for coming in, dude.
Oh, absolutely.
That was
guys.
really well
I
done, man.
Appreciate you guys having me.
You will be first segment on Wednesday's show.
Yeah, this will air tomorrow.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. And we got one more interview.
Yeah. I'll let you guys do your thing.
Appreciate you, man.
Of course,
Thank you
man.
again.
Thank you guys. You know,
Yeah, that
I'll be
was really
listening.
fun. The chat room enjoyed that too. We'll probably, I mean, man, if you write another book, holler at us.
Yeah, and then I'll keep your information if we have any story.
Oh,
pops
yeah,
up
we
or
can give you a
anything.
call.
Dude,
We'll give you a
absolutely.
call.
Yeah,
Like, hey,
ask
how
you
do they
about it.
handle this? So you
Yeah.
can get your professional opinion on
For
it.
sure,
So-
man. I'd be so down for that.
Awesome.
That would
I
be so
appreciate
dope.
it. And then
Breaking
we're gonna
news, Tom Brady cloned his dog.
Oh, really?
He's just like me. He's like, that's what I do. That's the best way to do it. Well, thank you, dude.
All right, gents.
Good luck with that book, man.
Thank you,
But
guys.
we'll, I'll put it in the show notes too.
Yeah, that'd be
So
dope.
if people find it, that'd be a nice way. If we can sell you a couple
Yeah.
books, that'd be badass.
Yeah, for sure. That would be. Thank you guys again.
Yeah.
You
no
got it,
problem.
man.
Take it easy.
Pleasure meeting
Take it
you.
easy.
And thanks
Yeah,
again for
likewise.
doing that.
No problem.
Oh, I got her. She popped right in. That was good timing. Here she comes right now. I'm going to turn on Zoom. Turn on that so we can hear her. Tara Canastraci. Is that how you say it?
I was going to ask her, Candace Tracy.
Yeah, we
I think
should.
it's Candace Tracy.
It's connecting. Come on, Zoom. Oh. Hello. How are you?
Hey,
Can you hear us? Oh, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much. It's good to see you.
Thank
Thanks.
you for having me.
Oh,
Yes.
Anytime. Thanks for doing this. We appreciate you. I'm just going to fix your camera here a little bit and get ready to go. But thank you again for doing this. We're excited
Yeah.
to have you come to Sanford.
I'm coming to Sanford.
Yeah, man.
awesome. And your last name is pronounced Candace Tracy?
Candace Tracy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Tracy. All right. We did it right. That's a
All right.
1 of 1. We don't normally do that. All right, Mr. Van, would you like to begin?
Yeah.
Here we go. And can you hear us okay? Is that okay?
Perfect.
Awesome. All right. Thank you so much. Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. At the West End, they do comedy.
They
It's
do
great,
indeed.
A great room to see comedy.
It's a laid-back, intimate room. What Paul and Dom and the guys at West End Trading Company have done with their venue is really upgraded everything, basically. The sound system, put a lot of time and effort into making, the West End Trading Company theater really, really good. And now you can see comedy there.
Yep, and on Zoom with us right now, we've got Tara Canastraci on. She's going to be performing at the West End Thursday, November 6th at 7 p.m. You can go to drinkatwestend.com
Yes,
for
sir.
tickets. How you doing, Tara?
Oh, good guys. Thanks for having me.
Hey, we appreciate it.
So,
Yeah.
Tara, tell me about running the scoreboard at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, you got to start with that, right? Because everybody...
That's where we got. All right, go from
Yeah.
the beginning. I had
Yeah.
a mic in my hand.
Yeah, well, also
I
baseball.
actually-
We're coming to the stupid Dodgers again. I'm not done with the Dodgers. I'm a stinky Braves guy, so we won't even talk about that. But how did you get that kind of a gig? I mean, that's pretty
I mean,
prestigious, right?
For a homegrown Bronx girl, it was like the dream job,
Sure.
right? Like, who gets to say they walk in to interview to be the scoreboard host? And it was the year that the new stadium had opened up, so it was like the big screen, and it was pretty iconic, and it happened all by chance. I was doing a little bit of comedy downtown at a play, and somebody saw me and said, I know they're going to be opening this position. You should, see if you could apply for it. And I did, and I got it. It was wild, and it was a fun run. Yeah, it was a real fun run.
But as a woman who exudes, New York, right? I mean,
Wrong.
like the
Yeah,
Bronx.
I'm so yes.
Is that kind of like? I mean, like, not many people get to do that, and you get to do it. You're from that area, I would imagine, and with
Yeah.
the way that you sound, the look,
Mhm.
the comedy, like, it's kind of like a match made in heaven, is it not?
Yeah, it was so much fun. But I think what happened was of course you say yes, right? It's like the perfect guy on paper, and you're like yes, and then I still really wanted to do comedy, and it really wasn't fitting it into my schedule because the Yankees is always have so much going on. It's off season, it's spring training, it's during the holiday, there's always something.
Yeah. And like, we did some work for a local sports team. Like, it's never just show up, do your job. You got to get there 4 hours early.
People don't know that.
Yeah, like
people don't know that.
You got to stay 2 hours after.
100%.
Yeah.
There'd be an extra inning game, and I would like, oh my god, and you're at every home game, and I'm there for hours before. And it's just so funny. It's like at the end of the day, everybody be like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." And then after a little while, it's like it's a job.
Yeah, no, 100%. And they only see you when you're performing, and then you're like, "I've been here all day. This is the end of my day." You're like, "Oh, look how cool this is! Awesome job! You one baseball game, then you're out." You're like, "No, this took the entire day, morning, and I'll be at home 3 a.m.
And the insult to injury for us would be, and then you get to the end of the night, extra innings, whatever, and you lose. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, at least have us win. But anyway, I thought that was just when the first thing I read was that you got to do that. I was like, well, that's a great. But do you feel like you got to cut teeth there? Because I would imagine that's a pretty rough environment because they take Yankee.
What it taught me was I could talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Because like on any given day, I could have talked to Yogi Berra, a fan in the stands. Did an interview with somebody from corporate. Like you had all these different walks of life. We did charity events, and the Yankees are such a big organization, more than just baseball. And so it provided that opportunity for me to like crowd work. A sort of sense, for 4 years, but it wasn't comedy. There's only so much I could say about the footlong hot dog.
Right.
Without saying what I really want to say.
Right.
So I was like, you got to follow your heart and go to Stanford.
Yeah. And also, some of those old baseball guys are from a different generation. A little grabby or a little inappropriate.
Yeah, you're not exactly, I'm sure they liked you a lot is what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
I had a good time. They were respectful. You know what it was? But where I got lucky was I was there to stay. So I wasn't someone just passing through.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was part of the organization. I was under the Yankee umbrella. So everybody really, and they treated me wonderful. And it was a very cool experience. But again, it wasn't West End Live Brewery, So it was 50,000 people live, but it's not.
Yeah. It's not the West End Theater. Come on, get your tickets right now. Drinkatwestend.com.
Thursday.
There you go.
So Tara, I'm curious to. I recently took my kids to New York City, and we're from Orlando. This is a small town.
A ding dang dig a dang.
Yeah. They were overwhelmed by the city life. They're like, oh my god, like it was like they couldn't believe.
Didn't Tommy say it was kind of intense, right?
Yeah, yeah. Like you bring small town boys to the biggest
it's
city.
It's like Feifel goes to the city.
So I'm curious, growing up in New York, like you're riding the subway super young, and like it just becomes normalized. All this, the city, like navigating the city as a child.
You know what it is? It's you just, I don't want to say you take it for granted, but sometimes I have to stop and go, people make a trip of a lifetime once in their whole life to see the things you're walking past.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I appreciated it as much until I got older, because it's like anything else. If you grow up in it, you don't realize it's special or crazy, either or, right? So for me, I'm so used to that being life that now when I'm other places, I have to remember like things, especially in Florida, may be slower than what I'm used to. And there's more, like.
It's dumber too and hotter. We're slower, dumber, hotter, and more racist. We got a lot.
Well, there's your dating profile. But I even waiting for a cup of coffee sometimes when I'm somewhere in Florida, I'm like, oh my God, I would have had like a full breakfast already in New York if I was in, but
We
it's
take
just,
our
it
coffee
teaches
slow.
me. This was my first national tour, and I have to be honest, not that I wasn't well traveled or thought New York was like the end all be all, but I did have a new appreciation for other places and their pace and their communities,
Yeah.
and I think I acclimated pretty well. It may have been what I needed, because if you look at my schedule, I'm in a different city every week, and
Yeah, you're working.
it kind of provided that opportunity for me to be like, oh, I like Arizona in February,
Yeah,
like
oh,
I didn't
yeah.
know that I would,
Yeah.
but I know why my friend who lives here is always in a good mood because it's 73 degrees right now.
Oh yeah, we've got perfect weather today, and we'll only have it for a little while. But like today, we are sitting at a perfect 75 degrees. The sun is shining. There's not a
Yeah.
cloud in the sky. It's a bright blue sky. Yeah, there are many reasons to like many places.
Yeah, but we just came from the hotter than hell.
It was
I mean,
terrible.
just-
It was
I mean, so,
terrible.
like 2 months of
And
unbelievable
hurricanes,
heat.
storms that'll blow your house over. It's wild.
So, Tara, like? I guess we ask all like the stand-up comedians like their path to success and like what is normal now because it changes all the time, and like obviously having a big social media presence is some people's route, and using that to kind of reverse engineer show tickets, and like what's your take on the route of a stand-up right now these days?
Well, I think I'm grateful that I became popular online after I had my chops because I think now some of these newer comics, and listen, how people line their pockets is not my business. It's more or less, but people who get really popular online and then go in front of a live audience and people think they're coming to see stand-up comedy and they're getting a very different
Right.
show that evening
Sure.
because it's just perhaps a social media influencer or something like that. So I think there's just two different styles, when it comes to there's traditional stand-up comedy, which is really all that I am. I'm a writer who performs, and I got popular online because I had to, right?
Right,
It was
yeah.
like sink or swim, and but I think that I think I'm just grateful that everything that's happening for me now, of course we all want it immediate and we want that like instant gratification, but you get things when you're ready for them. And I think I'm really grateful that I was just ready for all of these shows, and whether it's, 60 people or 400, depending on what city I'm in, or I feel like I'm delivering the show that I'm at least proud of when I
Yeah.
get off stage.
And
That matters to me. It matters to me.
Yeah.
I opened for greats. Like I had I opened for Joey Diaz and Josh
wow.
Wolf and guys that just been doing it forever and know the game. And so for me, it's like I wanted to deliver my first tour, I wanted to feel fulfilled from it. I didn't want to feel like they came out because they just liked me online.
yeah, no.
Well, and if
100%.
you're opening for someone like Joey Diaz and good friend of the show, Josh Wolf, we love that guy. I talk to him on Instagram
Josh.
all the time. If you're opening for like a Josh Wolf, you're no slouch at all. Like there's no way he's going to even bring you on the road with him if you're not
Yeah.
super
100%.
quality.
And he's a good person and
Yeah,
a good
he's
friend,
a
but
good
like
dude.
he will see it in you and make it come out of you. Like him believing in me, it's kind of like
Yeah.
he had to believe in me so that I can believe in myself sometimes because this business can just tear you down,
Yeah.
right? It's like, but for me, it's like there's different. I don't really think people who are just getting popular online and then performing are comics. That's
Right.
I wouldn't use the term comedian. I'd use the term influencer or But so I think the trajectory of a stand-up comic is still the same. I think it doesn't change. I think everybody will be a 20-year overnight success if they're really gonna take this seriously and write. It is so much work, and it takes a village. I always say I get up on that stage alone. I did not get there by myself.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, well
it
said.
takes guys like you helping promote us. It takes comics to believe in you. It takes agents and managers to swear you're good,
Right. Vouch for you, sure.
I got one last question for you, Tara. And again, you can see Tara at the West End Thursday, November 6th. Get your tickets, drinkatwestend.com.
Yep.
She starts at 7.
Scoop them up.
Great venue. Tara, I'm curious, because we all know reps are the only thing that matters in stand-up. It's like the more reps you have, the better you get in front of different audiences. I'm curious to what your opinion is on the size of the audience. Like, what's the least amount of people you need to get a good rep? Like, could you?
You're talking like weight.
Yeah,
how
like-
many of these can you do with no weight on
What-
the bar
what-
before you're still getting something out of it?
What-
I kind of see what you're saying.
What I'm saying, like, could you gather together 5 people in a room, run some jokes by, and get a good idea of whether something works or not?
That's a good question.
100%. Listen, those that's still a rep, right? And it doesn't mean you're not going to work out hard. Sometimes you're working out harder for that because it's like now it's like you're not just getting up there and doing your stuff. You may have to talk to people and rework things and make it feel more intimate. So a rep is a rep. And the size of the audience doesn't necessarily mean how hard you're going to work. There are some audiences that go out there and they're huge audiences and they're laughing at everything. And I'm like, well, I hate this. How am I supposed to, don't laugh at it. I need to know if I'm really like they love you so much. And I never want to be past that point where I'm not like, wait, is this good?
Yeah.
Do they just love me too much right now?
There's a connection there,
I want to
right?
be great.
Yeah.
And that's going to take time. And there's no comic, I don't care how popular they are on social media, doing comedy their first year, headlining, that's going to be great. It's just not, it's impossible.
It's not the
and
thing.
you
I'm
ask
a-
anybody that.
I'm a different type of comedian. I like to go out and hickory dickory dock, and everybody's screaming. I'm like, I'm just saying nothing. And it was like, who said
Let
it?
this
I've
finish
never
the
heard that
punchline.
before.
Yeah.
So that's
you
just
know.
original,
He's been working on it for a
Listen, and
minute.
what I'll say about social media is it helped me tremendously, and it happened by accident. I got really sentimental one day. I took the phone to my face and I started saying these are words and phrases I heard growing up in my New York Italian neighborhood, and I was like chooch, mama luke, ashpe. I said all these things, and the videos went viral. People bought tickets to the shows. Sometimes they'd come to show and be like, oh my God, I can't believe you did jokes.
Yeah. And is that the borough bread stuff? Like, yeah.
That's like then I made it on the street stuff. And because the videos were going so viral and I was getting people in the seats, and then I was able to show them really what I was made of. And they were great about it. They'd be like, oh my God, this was so good. I didn't know you were going to do comedy. I'm like, what did you think you were going to see? And they were like, the words. And I'm like, you came to see words you already know?
I thought Mama Luke was a racial slur.
Yeah, I mean, it can be.
Well,
Anything
it
can
means
be.
that I'm a fool. Like you're a mama.
Yeah,
No,
you're like,
no,
it's like a scofflaw or a ne'er-do-well.
Tara,
You're a chooch.
Yeah.
Tara,
You're not.
Yeah.
thanks so much for taking the time.
Appreciate you.
And
Absolutely.
again, you'll be in Sanford at the West End this Thursday. Get your tickets at Drink at West End Live. Thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for the time.
Thank you, guys.
Take it easy.
See ya.
We will see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, buddy. We did it. All right. Bye, Twitch.
See you, Twitch.
We will see you guys tomorrow. Good job, everybody. Well done.